Hi, this is Marguerite sharing a junk journal I made for my husband's aunt and uncle. I had two goals when I was making this journal, and that was to use a box that my husband's uncle gave to us with a bottle of cognac. And the other goal was to fill all of the pages with things. And I chose my theme or topic to be just kind of an eclectic mix of interesting things. And the only thing that they had in common was I kept the colors blue and black as kind of the theme that kind of held everything together. So other than that, there was no rhyme or reason for what I chose goes in. I used some vintage things, I used some pieces from magazines, photographs, everything that just kind of went along with the flow. I was not looking for anything cute or sweet. I was looking more for just interesting things. So the covers are made from the box, front and back, and the paper is kind of interesting. It has, well, this one's all torn up, so it's kind of a mess now. It's, this is what it looks like on the inside. It's this kind of has a plastic coating on it. And then on the front side, it's kind of smooth, satin feeling to it. I had a front, a back, and a spine. And when I was putting it together, I was trying to figure out the best way to connect these three pieces so that they wouldn't be too bulky when I attach them together. And the best idea I had was to use duct tape. Duct tape down the middle of the spine, and then it attaches onto the front and to the back. And then that left me with kind of this side that was more exposed. And what I did here was I got a kind of a ribbon. Well, it's not really a ribbon. I don't know what you call it. And gosh, what is that called? Not ribbon. Well, anyway, I attached it to the spine and to the covers, and it didn't hold really well because of this kind of a shiny material. So now I'm gonna have to go back with a glue gun, I think, hot glue, and really nail it down so it doesn't come off. Sorry if this is a little bit blurry. My regular camera broke this morning, and I'm using an old camera, and the quality is not that great, but I have to mail this off tomorrow, so I thought, better use this than nothing at all. So anyway, I stuck in 3 signatures, and I did my cross stitch to hold it all together. And on the inside, I used, as I said, all kinds of various papers. This was already in there, so I think I'm just going to stick a note underneath these little tabs there. I put a couple of envelopes, not too many, and then on the inside, of course, I just kind of stuck random things. I did some rubber stamping. I tried to use a whole bunch of different languages in the pieces that I found, because I think that's interesting to me, so that was one of the things that I looked to do. I did a lot of stenciling and rubber stamps. This stencil is from Stencil Girl products, I think. It's just a simple gluing on of a piece of map there. There's more stamps, rubber stamps. A receipt from my husband's trip to Tokyo. Out of a magazine. There's another receipt. This was a plain card. What I tried to do with things that are a little bit thicker is I took the card apart. I ripped the two pieces, the front and the back, apart so they were thin. So this is the top, and I used the other half of the card somewhere else. This is a rubber stamp, Tim Holtz. This is also Tim Holtz. This is really neat writing from a magazine. It's from an Indian magazine, so I don't know what language that is, but it's really cool. This is a calendar page, and on this side I taped, or yeah, double-sided tape I used, a little thing that stores stamps. I don't know what these are called. Here is a pocket just of or just a piece of a 6x6 that's folded in half, and that's the middle of the signature, so I just kind of hid that there. I just put a little decorative element in there. There's a calendar page, Cavallini papers. It's just a little thing that opens. I might still add something there. It's just a tag. There's a tag on just a sticky note. On this page, I kind of had a space theme. I had an old ticket from a Star Trek movie I went to with a postage stamp, and on this side I have my alien, and this folds open. I don't know if I can get it all in the camera here. Not really, but this is the best I can do. It is a blueprint of a rocket, I guess, or several different kinds of rockets. And this one's in Russian, which is really cool. And this one I just found on the internet. I just typed in blueprints in Russian or something like that, and this is what came up. So I kind of colored it in pink because I thought that would be fun. Pink and yellow and orange. A little bit, just with colored pencils. Make it a little more cheerful. Over here, this is just washi tape. And this little flap opens up. Just stuff I took out of an advertisement. It's a map of Tokyo. Just a page. Here's a little pocket, just with some canceled postage stamps. Blue again. Just a receipt. The other half of the envelope. First day issue, Douglas MacArthur. Again, more stenciling. Also, again, Stencil Girl and rubber stamp. It's a photo from Vienna. Just kind of attached also with washi tape and double-sided tape on the other side of that. Page from a book. This is an advertisement for Maserati. A little bit of music paper. This was in the wrapping for the bottle of cognac, so that went in as well. And on the back is just a page from a dictionary. This was also in the wrapping that came with it. Another page. This piece from a junk mail magazine with rugs and carpets. I like when they have color themes in the carpets, and then I just tear out a whole bunch of pages and keep them for when I need them. Cavallini washi tape. A book in Slovak. Something in German with a little rubber stamp. Another stenciling. So this paper is really nice. It is tissue paper, and what I do with this, I have some that I'm actually making right now. It's tissue paper that comes with stuff. So I received a package in the mail, and it was wrapped with tissue paper, and what I do is take two pieces and glue them together just with glue stick. And there's one that another one that I did with glue stick, and then you press it down, and it turns into a really nice usable piece of paper. And of course it has all these crinkles on it, which gives it a lot of character. And they work really well in junk journals. So that's what this is here. And the stencil again is from Stencil Girl products. And then I use these kinds of inks. Just, use your 50% or 40% off coupon at Michael's and get these inks. They work really well, especially the blues I liked, for this project. Just bits and pieces that I saved again. This is a rubber stamp. Really nice, getting some really nice rubber stamps from 100 Proof Press. So I've been playing around a lot with those. More Cavallini washi tape here as well. Something I just circle punched out of a magazine, the stamp. Here is something I distressed. I distressed this a little bit too with sandpaper and then used ink to kind of make it look a little bit aged. Here is a Russian ruble, or 3 rubles, just an old, or maybe not that old, but it looks old, banknote. This is an old stamp. Another stamp, that piece of paper. Chinese paper, I got this from a Chinese magazine that I got free from our library, and I use it a lot to cut up and decorate. It's a lot of fun. Just a piece of a map. Stenciling again, Cavallini stamp. Here, this is in Czech language. I really thought this was cool, how it was kind of printed in this shape. So I cut it out and stuck it on and put a piece of washi tape. Made it very pretty. An old picture, I think, actually this is from a magazine. Then I have an invoice in the back and a registered mail envelope from Slovakia with some stamps, rubber stamps I put on it. And I tucked a couple things in, but just, nothing in particular. Advertisement for Czech cotton, and so I stuck a piece of fabric that goes along with that. This is a beer label. Here's the other half of that card, plain card that I had mentioned that I kind of tore apart. It makes it a lot thinner, and it glues easier and stays easier in a project, I think, when you take it apart. So, and then plus you have two pieces to work with rather than just one. So that was good. And then I just decoupaged some pages on top with matte medium. This is paper, just, I don't know, some kind of cardstock paper. A little more German postage stamp and a little piece of map of Portugal. This was a fun one. I did more stamping, rubber stamping, and then I used a paste with a stencil and put that on there. And here's the other side over here. I used this Tim Holtz stencil with that, and it turns out really nicely. I like it a lot. On the inside I just have a few more book pages, and this is from a magazine. I liked it because there's a nice picture of Big Sur, so that's kind of cool. This is from a children's book that the dog chewed up, and I didn't want to throw away the illustrations, so I kept them. It's going to be a Christmas present, so I just kind of put in a few little Christmassy things, but not too many. Here's a map in Russian with a train ticket that I had saved from when I lived abroad. And again, this is from a catalog on rugs and carpets. This was actually a carpet, I think, that is being displayed on a wall, and I thought it was a really cool illustration of a train, so I just cut it out and kept it. And there you go, I used it eventually. So I put another little tag inside there. It's the other side, just with a little bit of rubber stamping and something here. My last page is a little picture of San Francisco. So that is it. I'm going to fix it up. As I said, some of these are coming off, so I'm just going to use a hot glue gun, and hopefully that'll take care of that. So it was a lot of fun to make, and I have another few pieces that are left over. I don't know if I will be able to do anything with them, but it's really nice material. So it seems like I could make a little book out of this guy. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.